Have you guys seen the tweet about Sam Hyde wanting to fight Dr. Disrespect?
Yeah, I did see that. I don't think the doc is gonna agree because he's a much more famous guy than Sam, and also that if he did agree, that's got to be a fight that would give Sam actual like nerves going into it, because Dr. Disrespect, I believe, is even taller than Sam Hyde, and I think he was a collegiate athlete, right?
He's a basketball player, and
that's a problem.
Yeah, he's got good cardio. He's naturally athletic. He's going to pick up anything pretty well if he played any sport at that high of a level.
Yeah. So Zach wrote, Dr. Disrespect offered $1 million to fight Sam Hyde in Muay Thai.
No, reverse.
Although that sounds reversed.
Yeah, Sam Hyde offered $1 million.
And I believe Tristan Tate offered to train Dr. Disrespect.
Really?
Andrew Tate offered to train him?
No, Tristan.
Oh, Tristan Tate. Okay.
Yeah.
They got involved with the Elon Musk Zuckerberg fight, right? Like Tate was going to train Musk. Does that sound right? Do I have it mixed up?
I think I saw something about that.
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't going to happen. There's no way.
I'm concerned about our billionaires fighting each other.
Do battle. I'd love to see it. Like it's almost like the idea of Commodus coming down from the stands into the gladiatorial arena and lowering himself and doing battle as a gladiator himself. It would be wild to see someone like that. I mean, you would draw, win or lose or whatever. You would have more respect for whoever does that, because that's it
depends on their
crazy thing.
Yeah, no, I've said this a lot. Not comical, coward win, right? That's what I look for. If Musk went in there and was terrible and got knocked out, respect. If he goes in there, shells up, runs, fights in a really cowardly way, and taps when he's not in danger, that's where he loses me.
Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, that's no good. Anderson Silva used to fight in a very like weird, shitty way. That was super unentertaining. I remember Dana White threatening to take the belt, not just take the belt away, to fire him. He said he's the. You gotta keep in mind, he's the champion. He's a very popular guy, and Dana White was like, if he puts in another performance like that next time, he's not gonna be working for this company anymore.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it up to the fans, but I promise you, I'm sorry for this fight, and I will make it up to you. I don't know
who do you guys take in the Sam Hyde Dr. Disrespect fight? If it did happen,
Dr. Disrespect.
Well,
I got to stick with Sam.
Do you know how much experience Dr. Disrespect have
for combat stuff?
Yeah, I don't think he has any like boxing or martial arts experience, but he's taller than Sam, and like we said, he's
the same height.
No, he's I think a couple inches taller than Sam.
Didn't Dr. Disrespect? I don't know.
Isn't he like 6'8" or something ridiculous?
I don't know. He's a giant person.
I want to know the training period, right? Like, I'll tell you what, I think if Sam meets Dr. Disrespect and they don't like each other and they're just bump into each other in an alley, my money's on Sam. If they both get 6 months to prepare for the fight, it's trickier for me.
Yeah, that's fair, because people who are natural athletes, like it's
okay.
It goes without saying.
Yeah, Sam Hyde's 6'5", and Dr. Disrespect is 6'8", but Sam has a lot more weight on him though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I imagine with Sam though, like when you're the size Sam is, you're not used to fighting people with equal reach to you, and so that's probably wild to go from outreaching everyone to being outreached.
That happened in the UFC. John Jones is the guy. Kyle probably knows this already. When he fought a guy named Gustafsson. I'm stuck with his name.
Gustafsson.
Yeah. Gustafsson. Yeah. Anyway, struggles aside, he was the first guy with like the same height and length, and John Jones didn't beat him, even though you'd really expect him to, based on their records. He beat him.
The reason he struggled the first fight is because he was up the night before doing cocaine and partying and drinking, up all night. He did that, Taylor. So if he did lose, because he was scared of losing to Gustafsson, he was like, if I lose after a night of binging drugs and alcohol, then I don't feel bad afterwards. I'll be like, it was the drugs and alcohol. I'll come back and get him. It was like giving himself a get out of jail free card in case he lost. He barely ekes out a win. So they do Gustafsson 2. This time Jones doesn't party, so he smokes him like an amateur. The guy's always just been so much better than ever. He had a couple fights last 3 3 years ago that were close. But other than that, he's just a scary.
How about this? A little hypothetical. 8 months of training.
Okay.
No.
Sam Hyde and Dr. Disrespect versus John Jones.
What rules? What are the rules?
What rules do you want?
MMA or boxing? Yeah.
Boxing, I think it would be a pretty easy win for the two.
Yeah, for sure.
But MMA is what we should talk about. Like, what do you think MMA wise? Only 8 months of training. The Doc and Sam versus
Are
John
they training
Jones.
in the US or they're training like Thailand?
They have the dealer's choice. Anywhere they want to train, they can train.
Why would that matter?
Yeah, I don't think that it's important.
But
I think it does. I think that's a big importance. A lot of people in the US, the way they train is completely different. Like if you go to Shaolin Temple, one of those guys who's trained for 1 year versus people who have trained 10 years here in the States, they could kick their ass.
That's not true.
Well, they're not Shaolin monks.
Yeah,
no, I know, but you
don't see Shaolin monks ever doing anything impressive in like fighting leagues. Like they're just
because they don't go to fighting leagues. But if
isn't that convenient?
Yeah, it's legend.
It's against my religion to whoop all y'all's asses. Lucky for you.
Everyone in the UFC, but I'm so dangerous. Most of my moves are outlawed.
These hands are lethal weapons. You don't understand. If me and you were to square off and I kill you, I could go to jail.
The only reason you won
is
like because I didn't reach into your chest and pull out your heart.
Kalima. Dude, that's where you need to train, is in the Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom.
That's the Kali cult.
I think because John Jones, 6'6", right? Like he's a tall guy.
Yeah.
Shorter or same height or ish as Sam Hyde, shorter than the Doc, and the amount of weight that the Doc and Sam could put on him is like two big guys of weight.
It wouldn't matter. He'd win. He would. I think he's capable. All right. So I just thought about like his last fight was against kind of the other best heavyweight that was available. This technical, large, strong, fast man. And John choked him so fast, no one understood what had happened, to the point where the man was, tapping out. I feel like he can do that to either one of our friends before the other one could. Like if he just goes, yeah, Sam, start hitting me while I put Dr. Disrespect to sleep. Oh, those hurt, Sam. Wait till I'm done with the Doc. Oh, they really hurt. All right, I'm fucking done. Come here.
Who did he just beat? Was it Cyril Gagne? I can't remember.
Yeah, John Jones would fuck him up.
Yeah. He sat Gon on his ass and fucking choked him out. And there's that amazing picture. Jones is walking away going, shh. And over his shoulder, Gon is on his ass, looking confused and afraid. He's like, ah. It's perfectly framed.
If you were to take an entire professional team in one of the four major sports, and like make them go to a different sport. So like let's say you take the Atlanta Braves and they have to like play against the Dallas Cowboys in ice hockey or something. Like because do you remember this show? Do you remember that show Pros vs. Joes?
Yes.
Where and everyone used to like, I remember the episode where it was like a meme where they're like, oh wow, this professional race car driver is in the mix with this NFL player, this NBA player. I can't wait to make fun of this professional driver. The professional drivers fucked them up in everything. He was unbelievably athletic. It turns out that's way more difficult than they let on is being a professional driver. Yeah. I was surprised by it. What sport do you think would translate the best to the other one? So do you think like an NBA team would beat a MLB team in football?
I think the NBA is pretty high up there, just as they tend to be super athletic. They're tall and they're strong.
Very fragile in combat or collision sports, though.
I don't know, dude.
Depends on the player.
It's a rough sport. They're banging each other in a lot. I don't know.
It's not a rough sport compared to rough sports like hockey and football.
The NFL has to be the pinnacle of like athletic achievement in mankind. I don't see any sport on the planet that moves as fast as
Rugby.
The NFL with guys who weigh 300 fucking pounds and all the helmets and armor that go along with it and just the speed.
They have no cardio, dude. They have short burst cardio. You take them versus a basketball team and put them in like another cardio heavy sport. They're going to get blown out.
I'm with Taylor. I think that basketball players could beat football players at soccer.
Yes, 100%. 100% because basketball players have better cardio. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly think football players would perform. There is not an NHL team that would get tired before an NFL team. There is not an NBA team that would get tired before an NFL team. There's no way.
Hockey players play for 20 seconds at a time or 60 seconds at a time.
Yeah, but they can play a lot more.
Do you really think they have that bad of a cardio in the NFL?
No. Obviously, their cardio is excellent. They're professional athletes. It's just compared to other athletes. Like, honestly, people shit on soccer. I can't imagine soccer players losing in this. Like, soccer players are so fucking good at always moving.
Yeah, I agree with that. Soccer is absurd. It's just continuous running.
I played soccer as an adult. Like, I gave it a go, and I was like, "How is this even possible?"
Dude, so much of soccer is like jogging, and then you see someone kick the ball back, and you're like, "Oh."
I was playing hockey at the time. Now, in professional hockey, these guys are very fast. In beer league hockey, you can take 3 good strides and then coast down the ice to get to the other side. That coasting down the ice isn't a thing in soccer. It's exhausting.
Yeah. No, you can't coast down the field. You just have to run.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So people shit on soccer, but I really think that soccer players would outperform most other professional sports if they had to play.
It's a lot
depending on the competition.
In a sport that neither one's familiar with. Like,
yeah. I don't
unless
know.
it's like super physical, like rugby or something, then obviously the NFL team's going to fuck up a soccer team in rugby.
Yeah.
Unless they're just so much faster.